Hello beautiful people of the world, welcome to my channel. My name is Shea and today's video is going to be about where and how to sell your handmade items. So this could be with your Cricut, or if you have a really special talent like knitting, crocheting, any of those super cool things, where are you going to push out your product and make those sales? So let's get right into the content. I'm going to talk about more specifically my experience in doing this and what's worked really well for me, as well as a couple of ideas that I personally haven't tried, but I do know people personally that have tried and they've said great things about it. So let's get right into it. So you have your product, where are you going to sell it? Now you might have just made like a trial product. This is what I do a lot. So I'll make, let's say with my Cricut, I'll make a onesie and I will post it on Facebook Marketplace. And right now I'm currently pregnant. So when I made the onesie, I made it with the intention of if it doesn't sell, well, at least I can keep it for my baby, or I can gift it to someone else, or it's not a loss. Like I'm not going to throw out the item. And what I did was I did a little bit of research on what other people are selling it for, and then I posted it on Facebook Marketplace, which is my #1 and honestly biggest seller and contender for these items. And I would make kind of one item, post it on there, and I would add in the post like personalization available upon request, or like for an extra charge, because some people wanted to add their child's name. And I also wrote like customizable to whatever you want. So essentially they could still order the onesie and literally put whatever they wanted. But on Facebook Marketplace, the ad was posted, or the, I guess, sales post, was just posted as a regular sales post of a onesie. That is how I kind of started out, and I started getting so many messages of people like, is this available? Could you add this? Could you tweak it like this? And this is how it really started popping off. And then people started asking, do you have a business page? So what I did was I actually made a Facebook like business page. It's super easy. You literally just make a page on Facebook and press business and then make a little name, and I put a little logo, and it was really easy. I did it just one evening. And then I was able to just share that link with people when they would ask. And this is how I started really bringing in the traffic. And on the page, I would literally just post pictures of what I had made previously. And people would take a look at my page and message me like, hey, is this item still available? Or are you making this item for Christmas this year? Or are you making this item? And then it would just kind of like snowball into this thing of word of mouth going through Facebook Marketplace all the way to my business page, and then to other Facebook pages, and just like a big stream like that. So it started off with Facebook Marketplace. Again, like I said, that is my #1 tip, posting your items on Facebook Marketplace to get the feelers out. And if you post it, let's say for 20 bucks, and after a week or two, for some reason it's not selling, then put it down to 15 bucks, see if that works. And like I said, really do your research to see what people are selling that item for, because if someone else in your area is selling the same item and you are selling it for $10 more, and it's pretty much the exact same thing, more than likely the other people are going to get the sale. So just something to consider. I do think you should get paid for the work you do, so I'm not telling you to put down your product $10 more than the other person, because that just doesn't make sense at that point. It's not like a fighting thing. I just mean if you're pricing your stuff way higher than the other people, you might want to reconsider that. But you also should get paid for your time, your materials. It is hard work to make handcrafted items, so I really want you to think about that as well. And we can talk about that in a whole other video, how to price your items for really good sales, but also a profit. Moving on, still Facebook related, you can have Facebook groups, Facebook bidding wars that you post your stuff. And there's also these Facebook specific groups or pages for handmade and homemade items in your area. For example, for my area, it'll say homemade or handmade in, and then whatever province I live in or whatever state you live in. So that is a great way to get yourself out there. A lot of people ship those items, and you can just charge the extra shipping fee if you're comfortable with doing shipping. Otherwise, just do items that are local pickup only, and that is definitely how I started off, because shipping is very intimidating to me. When it comes to your Facebook groups, so I post in motherhood groups because I personally am a mother, and I have a lot of friends in those groups, and I've been able to develop really great relationships with these people that I've made items for. I get word of mouth out from them. Like I didn't even ask them to, but they will always be posting about my products that I've given them, whether it be for free or I have made it for them and they purchased it, and they are repeated customers that keep coming back over and over again every single year for each holiday. So it is perfect. They will even message me like, hey, I know you have your Cricut machine, like, can you make this kind of shirt? And they'll send me a picture, and I'll either say like, yes, of course I can for you, or like, I'm sorry, unfortunately, I'm not able to do that, but I do know someone that can, and I will refer someone else in the area that does that. So again, it's really good word of mouth, and I have gotten a lot of repeated customers, or friends honestly, and relationships that I have built with this and returning to my business page. Again, it links all back to my business page, and that is where they can overall find me. In these groups, how do I get my name out there? How do I get myself and show what I'm making? So let's do an example. For Christmas, I made Christmas elves. You know, a lot of people make those little Cricut Christmas elves. They kind of look like this. And what I did was I posted Christmas elf giveaway, like enter down below. Sometimes people say like to enter, like my page. For me personally, I literally just say, hey, I made this cute Christmas elf. I can personalize one for you. Enter your name down below and I will do a draw. So I give away one free elf. Let's say, for example, materials, time, let's say it's about $3-4 of my time and materials. And with that $4 that I just gave away for free, the amount of people that message me after the draw is over and say, hey, do you actually sell those items? How much do you sell them for? And I'll say things like, oh, $5. I'll order 3, I'll order 5, great. I have made hundreds of sales that way. It is crazy. After a giveaway post, I know initially you're giving away an item for free, and that might be hard at the beginning, even if it's like 20 bucks, but I guarantee you, you're gonna get people messaging you either saying, hey, do you have a business page that I can check out? And they're gonna take a look at all of the beautiful items that you make, and then maybe they won't buy that one item from the giveaway, but they're gonna look at the other items and see what you make and probably purchase one of those. That is a great way to put your name out there. Again, you can either link your business page on there and say like, hey, come here. Like I was saying, your business page is where you're gonna wanna post all of those photos of your products, things that you make, so that people will get an idea of what you sell, so that if they go to your page looking for Christmas elves and maybe you have something else super cool that they wanna order, like a t-shirt or a mug, they might order that as well or instead. Let's continue with the theme of social media. So not only did we just talk about a big amount of things you could do on Facebook, but let's branch off a little bit. So what you could do is make Instagram, TikTok, Twitter. Honestly, the opportunities are endless. YouTube. And I've seen a lot of people on TikTok, a lot of local vendors that will film a video of their product or them making the product. And so many people will be commenting like, what is your page name? Can I purchase this? How much is it? Do you ship? And they're making a bunch of sales off of these things. So I would definitely suggest branching out to other social medias. I have a business page that I made on Facebook. I also have a Instagram account page that I made for my business as well. So some people ask for my Instagram page or some people ask for my Facebook page, and I can link it both that way. And then both Facebook and Instagram have the opposite page linked as well. So if you go to my Instagram, you can link it to my Facebook and vice versa. So I think this is a good way to tie it all together. So if someone just has Instagram and not Facebook, because nowadays some people really just don't have Facebook anymore. I don't know, I guess it's a thing from the olden days. Right now, the whole marketing world and industry is really big on social media, and it is a way for free to get yourself out there. So I definitely suggest showing your product at least in like a quick TikTok video and doing some hashtags on there for your handmade items. Genuinely and honestly, I have bought products that way and I have sold products that way. So I really highly recommend it. It doesn't cost you any money, maybe a little bit of time, but I guarantee you, you're gonna get sales that way if you keep trying to branch out with your social media. Along with that, let's talk about a website. So you could definitely make your own website and tag this in your social media posts. I have seen success in that. When I go to Instagram and I want to purchase something from a local shop or vendor, they normally have their website attached, or whatever platform they're selling on, their Etsy. And Etsy is a big one. I personally have not created an Etsy shop yet because I'm having a baby. I just don't have the time to actually have that many items being sold, but I've heard amazing things about Etsy. I know it can be intimidating and you might think, I don't want to spend money to sell an item, but I guarantee you it's actually not a lot of money that is actually being given to Etsy, and a lot of the profit does go to yourself. Just make sure you're pricing your items accordingly, and again, we will talk about that in a whole separate video. Etsy is a great way to get your products out there, and again, linking your Etsy shop in your social media is a great way to do it. The next idea is consignment. So we have a few actual local physical stores, not just online, they do have online versions as well, where local vendors can put their products in there. So you go into the store and they are selling absolutely anything you can possibly think of that is handmade. Shirts, mugs, crocheted items, little bows for babies, absolutely everything. And the vendor will have made it in a nice little packaging with the name, and you just purchase it at that shop, whether that be online or at the physical shop. Now the great thing about this is you are getting your name out there. Let's say you're buying a cute little baby hair bow and the name of the bow company, let's say Bows R Us, and you're looking at it, you're gonna like the product. Let's say you go home and you like the product. I am going to definitely look up the name of the company that's on there that I found at this local store, and I'm gonna look up what other things they have. If I like this product, I'm gonna recommend it to my friends. I'm gonna buy things for my friends with this product. So I really think it's a great way to get yourself out there. And again, they do online versions, but they do physical versions as well. I know cafes sometimes and libraries do this as well. So check out your local options on where you can physically show your stuff. I'm sure you don't want to pay for a shop yourself specifically for you, and if you do, that's great. But if you're just starting out, why not think about some consignment kind of options where you're putting your product in a physical location that someone can walk in to get their coffee, they walk by your mugs and they say, hey, those are super cute, let's check that out. They see your tag, they look you up on Facebook. Even if they don't purchase it where that is being sold physically, they will see your logo and they will, I guarantee you, look it up, because of myself, my friends, my family, this is what we do when we go out. And I know so many people that love supporting local vendors and shopping locally. I apologize, my toddler is in the kitchen like slamming cupboards in the background. My last suggestion on where and how to sell your items are craft fairs and markets or farmers markets. So I know with this past year of 2020, this crazy year we've just had, might not be as easy to do. There are online versions of these farmers markets and craft fairs that I've seen because of the whole situation that happened last year with social distancing and everything. But there are physical versions as well as online versions. And I know the physical craft fairs and markets can sometimes charge a fee to have a table. So $5 or $10 to set up your craft table. Think about it this way. You're paying $5 or $10 for a table. Someone's walking by, even if they don't buy your product at this craft fair, they're seeing your brand, yourself, how you're presenting yourself. You're being super friendly. Maybe you're just having a nice little chat with someone, conversation. Again, they may not buy the product. That's fine. They now have you and your brand in their head. They're gonna look you up online. Just give them a business card. Why not? Give them a free sample of something. If you're making little soaps, I've had people give me really small little samples of their soaps. I've loved it. Looked them up online and bought other items from them. So this is a great way to get yourself out there, put a face to it, put a face to the brand. Even if you're not selling products at this fair or market, I guarantee you it will help grow your business. Now, also, honestly, I would say you are going to sell a bunch of products, because what you do is you pre-make a bunch of items and you go and you showcase them on the table and people can purchase them. I have seen people literally bring their Cricut machines with them to these craft fairs and markets, and they're making personalized items in the back table while people are ordering them. So they can order a t-shirt and be like, hey, can you put this on? And in front of you, they're making it. How cool is that? They can see how it's made. They can see that it's literally locally made, what work goes into it. I just think that's a great way to get yourself out there. And I have seen a lot of success with people doing craft fairs, markets. If I'm going to a farmer's market, I am checking out all of the local vendors. I know so many of my friends literally go to these markets just to check out what the local vendors have to offer. Candles, shirts, anything you can possibly think of that is handmade. And honestly, who doesn't love to shop local and support local? Those are my great ideas that I have either tried or heard amazing things about for where and how to sell your handmade items. What has worked great for you? If I didn't say something that is working great for you, please let us know in the comments below, because I think it can definitely help other people. Otherwise, if you have a shop or business page you want us to check out, leave the comment down below and we can all check it out, maybe support one another. I'm always looking to support other local and handmade items and vendors, so feel free to leave your shop or your links down below, and I would love to take a look and shop over at your shop. And I'm sure a lot of us as well would love to do that. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see y'all quite soon. Happy crafting. Bye.